This bicycle build is sponsored by Classic Cycle in Oregon City, the best bicycle shop in Clackamas County, if not the state of Oregon. Stop by sometime. This is a giant Revel 2. It's a bike that I got for free from the bike shop because they just didn't want to deal with it. One of the mechanics had just swapped out the cables for the derailleurs when he was told, "No, don't try and fix it. There's no money in it." This bike came out around 2012 or so around 13-ish years ago. But it's overall not bad. Good bones. The chain is missing. The paint has seen better days. I've touched up a whole lot of the black with nail polish, but I couldn't do nothing else about the decals here because they're so dry cracked. But it was cleaned and oiled, at least when I first put it on my lift, but it's been sitting on my lift for a while. This is for my nephew as a belated graduation gift because he needs a bike to get around since he moved out of his dad's house. I've got a box of used parts here. I've got two different chain options, a new one and a used one. And I've got this rear fender that the bike shop let me have for free. My stupid dog, though, decided she was going to steal it and turn it into a chew toy, and I had to melt the plastic on the end there to fix the darn thing. But once it's on the bike, nobody's hardly going to notice at all. I was going to replace these handle grips with foam ones, but I don't see that necessary now. The tires on it are likely original, as original pictures and videos I could find of this bike showed the same tires on some of them, so yeah, they're likely original, but they're in excellent shape for their age. No dry cracking or nothing. I don't think this bike was actually used that much. I think it was parked. But then I think one day somebody took it out and then jumped it because at the bike shop its rear axle was broken, its rear wheel was out of true, and its chain was missing. I think somebody did something really stupid with it. But hopefully I can piece it back together, and then this will be a gift for my nephew. It needs brake pads, it needs a chain. I'm going to replace the pedals with these used specialized ones because they're better in every way. And it needs the rear fender. Just for the sake of doing the easiest stuff first, I'm going to add some end pieces to the shifter cables since they don't have any on it. But I don't see the point in doing that on camera and boring you guys either. The first thing I'm going to attempt is to put a chain on this bike. I've got a brand new chain here, but I also have this free chain that was used, but looks like it was barely used, that the bike shop just up and gave me. So they're basically sponsoring this build. So just mentioning that, they gave me this chain, they gave me free pedals. They've given me plenty of free stuff in the past that I could make use of that they didn't need no more. This chain's pretty greasy, but hopefully it's already set to a length that I can use. It's already got a master link on it. So let's hope this works. The thing I tend to dread most about working on bikes, or at least bikes with gears, is the chain. Trying to get the length right, trying to get it in there. I'm hoping this rear derailleur is okay. But, I've only ever worked on one other giant than this in the past. And, that one put me through hell just trying to tune the derailleurs, like 2 solid hours of tuning the derailleurs on that bike. My middle nephew said he could hear me the whole time griping at the bike from my kitchen. So hope by some miracle that this chain works and I don't need to put a different one on. So far, so good. It's certainly not bad. It's jumping one gear going up and down. So yeah, it needs a tune. Quite obviously needs a tune. Alright, what about the front derailleur? Alright. It's on the... Okay. Front derailleur shifts fine, but again, it needs a tune. This chain is perfect. Oh man, I got so lucky. A chain they gave me for free. I don't have to waste a brand new chain on it, and I mostly just have to tune this bad boy. But I have a bike lock coming into the mail, which is the main thing that's holding me back from giving this to my nephew once it's done anyway, because I told him there ain't no point in you having a commuter bike if you don't have a lock for it, and he agreed because, let's face it, theft is rampant these days. This is old, but if somebody can just snatch it real easy, they'd take it. I have taken the pedals off this bike because I didn't feel like doing that on camera, and these are some of the cheapest. Like, I don't know why Giant used these, because Giant's typically a decent brand, and these are garbage. I'll probably keep them for a donation bike, though. I'm going to replace them with these specialized pedals that were donated from the bike shop. One of the guys there took them off his personal bike, and they would have just ended up in a parts bin, and he let me have them for the project. These, quite frankly, though dirty, are going to be a massive upgrade. They'll have better grip and better performance. Even for just like a commuter bike, this is a very wise decision. Oh yeah. These specialized pedals look and feel so much better. He's gonna like these. The next thing we have is the brake pads. And since I don't want to bore you guys with watching me take them off, since that's a pretty clear procedure, I'll just cut away until after I've done it.
One cutaway later.
Alright, old brake pads are off. They were so old that the rubber was rock hard, and they were completely worn, like down to bare metal practically. So this bike really, really needed new brake pads. They were probably original to the bike too, considering how bad they were. I'm just gonna go and put the new brake pads on off camera because that's going to be a boring thing to do unless I like sped it up or something. Then this video will be too long.
One cutaway later.
The new brakes are on and tuned. They made it a bit more of a pain than they should have been. But whoever tuned these brakes last tuned them for very worn brake pads, and now it's got new ones on it. They don't really look much like the originals, but the originals were probably nearing 15 years old if they'd never been changed, and I really don't think they did. But now we've got the rear fender to put on. This bolt is just mixed parts from other stuff that I put together from what I found in my toolbox. But considering this build is junk parts, it's not really an issue. Now we slide the new used Fender on. Set this Fender right. But don't imagine my dog stealing it to be a chew toy did it any favors. But it was a free Fender from the bike shop, so can't complain much. Damn dog. I think that'll do with that. Right. We've got the pedals on, we've got the chain on, we've got the brakes done, got the paint, or the black paint touched up, and we've got the rear fender on. Now all that's left is the part I've been dreading most, tuning the derailleurs, which on a bike like this I'm not going to enjoy, because the last Giant I did, which had very similar derailleurs, 2 solid hours of back and forth before both ends shifted correctly. Right, that was an hour of my life I'll never get back, but the derailleurs are tuned. The rear derailleur looks to have been knocked around a bit, so it actually needed some unbending, which is one of the reasons why it didn't want to go into sync, but now it is. Derailleurs are good, rear fender is replaced, shifter cables were already redone, but I added the tips. Rear axle has been replaced, tires are good, shocks are good, grips are good, bell is good, brakes are good, because I swapped out the pads front and back and they're working swimmingly. I'd say that all that's really left now is to clean it and add the tips for the valves. Old bag of valve cover tips here. You know, I have literally never had to buy these things because over at the bike shop they have so many bikes coming in for new tubes and stuff like that that these end up all over the floor. They tell me, just take them if you want them, and I do. And I've amassed essentially a whole bag full. If you got a local bike shop near you and you like to tinker, this is one of the things you can practically get for free. They don't care. I'm gonna give it one last wipe down and then it'll be good to go. All I really gotta do is wait for the bike lock that is supposed to go with this bike, and I'll give my nephew a pump too, because I don't know if he's got one or if his friend's got one, or currently is. Better to be safe than sorry. But yeah, it's better than it was, and better than it was in its previous state, but it's fully functional now. And it should get him from A to B, whatever job he manages to get. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Just thought I'd do an outdoor walk around of the bike before I deliver it to my nephew in another hour or so. But I've touched up the black paint as much as I can, and even some of the blue with nail polish. This top decal here, I don't know if you can see it shining now, but I gloss coated it with transparent nail polish. I didn't do all of the decals because spraying the whole bike would have been, well, I could have used Rust-Oleum gloss, but spraying the whole bike would have been not a good idea. But I had these cover caps sitting in my parts bin that I put on each side. Considering what I started with, this came out pretty darn good, and my nephew has a job interview in the morning, so this is going to be his ride there. For the part of the fender my dog chewed up, I got some matte black Rust-Oleum and I sprayed that so this looks less shiny down here and the colors blend a little better. The bike's never going to be perfect, but the brakes work good, it shifts good, and it's got these good street tires on it, so it should ride just fine.
One delivery later.
Yeah, heavy, isn't it? It's steel. That's a giant Revel 2, roughly 2012-ish. I replaced the chain, replaced the pedals, touched up the black paint, replaced the rear fender, just did what I could for it when I could. It's got the STI shifters, and it's got a bell on it, so at least people can hear you.
Yep.
But try to get on it, see what you think. Not too tall, is it? Alright, because I had it set as low as I could. Think that'll get you to and from work?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Alright, well, I got a care package for you up front here. Yeah. I bought you a backpack and I just filled it up full of stuff for you.
Thank you.
There's 4 energy drinks in there. 2 I just bought, 2 I already had in there. Aftershave, shaving cream. Mouthwash.
Water bottle.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll fit on the bike though, but better than nothing. You can always use a USB charging block because you never know when you're going to lose one.
Definitely.
And that's a shaver.
Oh yeah.
But I think you'll need more of a stubble for that kind of work.
Yeah.
But you told me you needed an electric shaver, so I grabbed one on the way here.
Yep. Oh, and a charger too.
That's the bike lock.
Oh, okay.
Look, you can see on this little red tag here, that's the code for the lock.
1354.
Yeah, make sure you take a picture of it before you take it off the lock.
Yep, will do. Is there anything else?
Yeah, on the very bottom, no, there's nothing in the other pockets.
Okay.
In the very bottom, there's an Axe bathroom set.
Max deodorant. Some body wash.
I had that at home and hadn't used it yet, so I figured I'd just give it to you.
Okay. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah. But this is all stuff I knew you'd need.
Yeah, definitely a little starter kit.
Yeah.
And a backpack too. Or do you want the backpack?
No, the backpack is yours.
Okay.
Because I knew you'd need it for riding around.
I definitely need a backpack. My last one has a huge tear in the back of it.
Yeah, that's why I got this for you, because I saw it last time I met you.
Yeah.
And can't have a bike without a pump.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. But this all will get you going around Canby just fine. So that got left out in the rain. Sorry. It's sick. Where are you gonna hitch it up, or are you just gonna take it in there?
In there.
All right.